With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. A couple of rivals going head-to-head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
Tatum, good.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper, but I like when he pounds that paint, too.
To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Banked it in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Milwaukee with the ball. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive. Both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Here's Porzingis.
You know, Porzingis keeps defenders on their toes because he's such a skilled player and has a bunch of moves.
It's his first trip to the line. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Pass to Sims. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Good luck against Giannis in the paint. Get out of the way is probably your best option.
Here's Holiday. The rebound by Sims. Here's Milwaukee. 4-point game. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Outside for Porter. 6 to shoot. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Giannis is a monster around the rim. Too easy there.
And here's Brown for 3. On target from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Substitution on the court.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. On the wing, Holiday. Fires for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league. And he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
And it's hard not to commend the calm nature and demeanor of the Greek Freak. I mean, even in pressure situations, Antetokounmpo never seems to get outside of himself or never seems to give in to what the defense is trying to do to disrupt him.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Here's Rollins. He's scoreless. To the middle. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Brown. It's a one-on-one situation. And here's Horford for three. Rebound, Milwaukee. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. Down low. From 9 feet. Pass to Portis. Intercepted. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. He launches a three. Brown can't hit. Here's Antetokounmpo. And so it's Milwaukee up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great shots.
19.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, B.A., of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring, there's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment value of point production. Few bigs are better in the two-man game than Al Horford. He can pop out for the shot, or he can roll to the rim, too, just like you saw there.
And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Here's Tatum. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Bucks on D. Craig on the wing. Here's Pritchard. That three's off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Inside. A big-time flush by Giannis.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes, but his confidence is something that separates him from most.
Pass to Tatum. Pulls up. Rebounded by Lopez.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Porter Jr.